Hello world, it's your friend Jeff, doing a video while holding a cell phone with no microphone. So this is going to be really high quality. The Cowboys just traded for Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver, Carolina Panthers. Full report, full show coming up on DLLS Cowboys, our podcast, which you can find wherever you get your podcasts or at youtube.com/@DLLS_sports. So we'll have full long form conversation with me, Jesse Holly, Clarence Hill, Joe Hoyt, Aisha Morrison, etc., etc. But I just want to get this out into the ether because I've already seen the internet reaction and I believe in being instant with breaking news. So I want you to know that this does not have the Jeffrey stamp of approval, but it also does not have the Jeffrey stamp of hate. And I understand that the Cowboys are at a place right now where everybody's mad at them no matter what. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that everything is super dumb, and that's okay, and that's fair. I don't think it's super dumb. I think they overpaid. Jonathan Mingo's 6'2", 220. He was a really fun prospect a year and a half ago that I would have used a second-round pick on, no problem. And so that's where the Cowboys are living, is it's a guy that they liked then that is available, that they're still interested in because they remember what they thought of him. But paying a fourth-round pick, which is going to be an early fourth-round pick, here's what you like. That it's a player that they liked and think they can still get something good out of. That's what they like. And that's what I like. And what I like is the 2 years of control. So if he turns into your wide receiver too, it's a great trade for the next 2 years after this one. That's a great trade. If he turns into wide receiver 3 that does some gadget plays, because again, 6'2", 220, if you're trying to think of how he looks physically, this is not a comparison to the player because that would be incredibly unfair, but he's a unique wide receiver. It's the Deebo Samuel kind of deal where it's like, aren't you a little thick to be playing receiver? But anyway, that's the sort of player. So you could probably do gadgety things, et cetera, et cetera. They paid too much, and people are going to point that out. They're not good at this. When it comes to trading and getting value for trades, they're not good at that. It might be time to take the keys from Grandpa. If you'd have told them, go to hell, not a fourth, we'll give you a fifth. And it would have been totally normal if I'd woke up and saw they trade for Mingo, they gave up a 6 and got back a 7. I'd have gone, oh, cool. That's a great guy to take a chance on. A 5th round pick and getting back a 7th, I'd have been like, okay, not bad. All right, I get it. A 4th is too much. Now, it immediately becomes not too much if he's good. And that's what they're hoping, is that in 2025 and 2026 that he's a good player. And we'll see. But the world's going to kill him. They did overpay. The world's going to kill him because everybody's mad at the Cowboys right now. I agree that they overpaid. I don't hate the idea, though. I don't hate the idea, but that's going to be a high 4th round pick. Unless we find out, do they have a comp 4 this year, or is it all comp 5s? They have 10 draft picks, so now they'll have 9. Well, no, they'll still have 10, right? Because they got a 7th back. So whatever. I think they paid too much. But am I interested in a gadgety, good after the catch, high potential guy you would have picked in the top 40 to 50 probably a year and a half ago? I'm interested in that player. Trading for him at the deadline from a losing team that wanted to move him, that likes random undrafted guys better than him on their team. It's had a year and a half and done essentially nothing in the NFL except be moved all the way down to the depth chart to where they basically don't want him on the field in Carolina. They paid too much. But the Carolina thing also swings both ways. It's hard to be good in Carolina. So that's your instant trade reaction. Cowboys overpaid. I am interested and I'm intrigued by the player. Tune into our DLLS Cowboys podcast coming up at 11 a.m. and we'll talk more about it. Oh yeah, I love you. Be cool to everybody or else. That's not a threat.